Hello everyone, it is Charlotte here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Index Card Friday. Today we are going to be using about 5 3x5 index cards, and we are going to create this little index card accordion booklet. And I am using I think it's William Morris collage papers from Artymaze. These are the papers I'm using for my design team project this month. So I thought, let's use them for the index cards. They're just so beautiful as a backdrop to anything. What I did to save some time is I went ahead, I took 3 of my 3x5 index cards right here, and went ahead and glued my papers on one side just to save a little bit of time. So now what we need to do is to distress these. Well, I guess first we'll do the other side. So I tried to match them up as best I can. So I did this side, and now I need to turn them over and do the opposite side. So let's see what is on. This one is, I've got 3 papers here, and they're not going to be exact, but I want to try to make them as close as I possibly can. So I've got this one with the yellow, should go with this one here, and then this one with the blue should go with this one here. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm even confusing myself. That should go with that. Then I turned this upside down because I like the pattern. So this one I think will back this. And then the cover, which is this, sorry guys, I know it's confusing, is going to get this, and it's all going to be covered up, so it isn't going to matter. This one has the largest pocket, so let's go ahead and put this on here. Now, one thing I wanted to mention before I do this is, if you wanted to, you could just do the 3 sides, the 3 separate cards, and have this just be the index cards. You would have all that writing space then. So that is an option, to just do the one side and leave the other open. Well, you're going to need some washi tape, because that is what we are going to be putting these together with. So I am going to go and use my glue gun. We are going, or not my glue gun, but my glue stick. My goodness, Charlotte, get your brain working. And we are going to just glue this down, matching it, you know how that goes, matching it as best that we can. So here is one page, and as you can see, I have to trim. Sometimes one side looks really good, and then you turn it over and you look at the other side and you think, how did that ever even turn out like that? So we've got page 1, and then I know I want this to be the top, and we are going to, I think we'll put that like that, so we've got this little bit of color. So glue stick, get this good and glued up. Try not to rip it. Now let's see. We can get this. Sometimes I just look at how off that is. It's like, how is that even My cutting skills need some help, for sure. But it isn't going to matter. It's going to be so cute anyway. And we're going to distress it. So if you end up with some white edges, don't worry about it. Worry about it if you're not going to distress it. But if you're going to distress it, should not be an issue. So there's that one. And then we will put, let's see which way we want this to go. I am going to show a little bit of this gold color. So I'm going to make this the top. So I'm going to put this like this. So a dry piece of paper. And let's get some glue on here. So once again, it's 3 3x5s. And I'm covering both sides, but you don't have to. You can just cover the one side if you want. So now we're going to have to distress this. Let's get this cleaned up. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Beautiful, beautiful day here. My mother's facility is still on quarantine, and I had to set up a telehealth appointment for tomorrow with the neurologist. So I'm hoping, I was asking them about that, and I'm hoping that this weekend they'll open up. I think when you're 94, telehealth is a really, it's a blessing, because taking my mom out now it's just not easy. So, yeah, hoping that goes well. And it looks like the little book, if you saw my video yesterday, it looks like it is sold. I am going to do a reveal video. Probably will come out on, that's probably what Monday's video will be. But yeah, it's sold. Unless she sees it and something happens, but she told me she wanted it. And I've got one more to do. And then, but I am going to finish working on my medieval mirage. We need to get that done. And it's so beautiful. I want to complete it. And then I am really excited. I've got to start my Artymaze. And Medieval Mirage and Artymaze are both January projects. So my birthday's coming up on the 26th. My husband's birthday, we are a year apart. My husband's birthday is the 25th. My brother's birthday is the 22nd. So that is this Saturday. And he and my sister-in-law are down in Mexico in Puerto Vallarta. And I'm hoping they're having a great time. He's my younger brother, my only sibling. So I really want to get my obligations. I've got a Facebook group where I've got 2 swap pages from, it was a whole year swap last year. And January is the last month, but one person did not receive her swap, and I think it never came back to me. So I'm thinking it's the mail, but what are you gonna do? Okay, enough of that. So what you want to do then is decide what is going to be your first, second, and third pages. Get out some washi tape. If you don't have washi tape, you can use masking tape. Masking tape you can distress easily. You can just use tape, you can use fabric, you can use ribbon, you can use lace. Just get out. This is just a very simple, simplistic, but look how cute. So I want this as my first page. And so my second page is, I think this is my third page. I think this is going to be my second page right here. So I am going to put these together. You don't want them to butt up against each other because when you fold them, you want there to be enough room for your whatever you're going to put inside. Tags, lace, especially if you're going to use lace, because that tends to be bulky. And I don't measure the washi, but I do put it through a little bit of glue stick because you just don't ever know. And then just leave a little bit of space between your cards. That's probably like 1/8 of an inch would be my guess. So some washi at the top and a little washi at the bottom. Now, because I put the washi on before I put any pockets on, half the washi is going to disappear under the pocket. Now, that doesn't bother me. If you don't want that, then what I would do is put my pocket on and then put my washi on. So we have that. And now we're going for our next page, which is going to be this. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Then we are going to turn this over and we're going to put washi in the center. So leaving just a little bit of space. Because of the mail, this is pretty simple, this little booklet, but you could really, you've got lots of options with this. This is so cute. And you can take it way further than I did. You could add snippets of lace. You could just add lace. You could add flowers, stickers, all sorts of things to this. Now what we're going to do is turn it over. And as you can see on this one, I've got washi in the center. So we're going to put a strip of washi in the center here. You could put tabs on the end and hang charms or a tassel or bits of string. Okay, so that's going to be it for the washi, just like that. So then what we have is this. See that? Isn't that so cute? And then here's our back, and there's our other side. So if you wanted to, you could take and put a tab on this side. You could put a tab on this side. You could have a tab up at the top. Just about anything that you want to do with that. So going inside, we have a pocket right here, and that is this. And this pocket then measures, let's see, got this pocket here. I did not have the exact same cardstock because this is all done with scraps, but this pocket just happens to measure, before the divot, it is 2.5 high by 2 3/4 wide. And it is going to go right there like that. And I did take a divot out of the top, but we're going to distress this before we use our wet glue. and glue it down. I wanted to use some cardstock because I wanted to show you how you can take your scraps with this William Morris, and I will link in the description box this kit from Artymaze. We're going to put that right there like that. How pretty the background is, and it just really collages or takes the work out of your collage, and you can just put over top of it just about whatever you want. So I am putting that, and then you'll see what I mean when I say you're going to lose your washi tape. So if that bothers you, I would go ahead, take my second index card, go ahead and put my pocket on, and then go over it with the washi tape. But we're going to put some die cuts and Tracy Fox labels in here. So that didn't bother me at all. Not a big deal to me. Then I have another scrap piece of cardstock that is going to go here to create a belly band. This one is a little bit thicker, wider I should say, than the one I used there, and this measures, it is a scrap, I didn't see any point in cutting it down. This measures just 1/8 shy of 3 inches. This happens to be 1 inch and 1/8, where this one measures just shy of 1/8 of 3 inches, and let's see, I can't see the markings. That's 1 inch and 1/8. Well, that can't be right. This is 1/8. This is 1 inch and 1/8. There's no way this can be 1 inch and 1/8. This is an 1/8 shy of 1 inch. So this is a 1/4 inch wider. But like I mentioned, it's not going to matter. So we're just going to take and distress this. We only need to distress one side because you're not going to see the back side. And it gives us a cute belly band. If you wanted to, this belly band could be lace. This belly band could be cardstock with lace over it. That is why we tried to leave ourselves a little bit of space in between the pages so that you could have some thickness. Come on, you. This never fails. It is just, I want to make sure that there's enough on this that it's not going to come apart. And then we're just going to eyeball it. You can put it at the center. You can put it more towards the top. Doesn't matter. So we've got that. And then if we flip this over as well, you can see I've put nothing on the back. You want to put something on the back, go right ahead. I tend not to when I'm doing like an accordion type of a page. I tend to leave the back so it will lay flat. This has a pocket down here and a larger pocket here. Let's see what we have matching here, and then a little bit of Tim Holtz. So this measures, let's see, probably the same as the other side. This is 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. So I did not take a divot out of this one just for a little variety. You can definitely take a divot out of this if you want. So we're going to glue both sides and the bottom. And it is going to go right down here like that. And it probably could have been a little bit longer. So I would say if you want yours to fit better, you could probably go 2 3/4 and you would be fine. Then we've got this one here. I did take a divot out of the top, but this measures 3 1/4 high by 2 3/4 wide. And that fits pretty well there. So once again, we need to distress. And as you can see, I did use die cuts. So, and what I did with the die cuts is I colored them with markers, and then I turned around and used some embossing. Now, I know that there are many of you that don't have die cuts, so don't let that deter you from doing this, because you can use stickers. You don't have to have die cuts. Like I mentioned, you could use lace. You could fussy cut any images that you have in your favorite magazines or your books. I think stickers would be great. You could use lace. You could use washi tape. You just do what you like and you'll be fine. Lots of options. It does not have to be die cuts. So now if we go back to here, to the beginning, we have a tag, and this is where you can see that we did use index cards. This is where the extra 2 index cards came in. So this index card is the smaller of the 2 that I used, and this one measures, this is 3 inches high by 2 inches wide, and I've already pre-cut my paper just to save some time. And we're only, like I mentioned, going to do one side so that you, when you pull it out, you have the index card lined so that you've got a writing space. So let's get this on there like that. And then we'll distress it. And I will distress both sides, but you don't have to. And if you wanted to, you could add eyelets and ribbon. You could add some little tabs. I have to be cautious because I need this to fit pretty flat to go into the post. So let's see, this went in here. There we go. So this goes in here like that, just like that. And then in the belly band, we have a, let's see. What I did is I took one of the index cards and I cut it in half. So if it's 3 inches wide, I would have cut it at the 1.5 inch mark. So this would be 1.5 inches, but because I did not want it up at the top, I didn't want you to be able to see it. You can do that if you like. I didn't like that, so I cut mine down, and I cut it down to, so it'd be 1.5 by 4.5 is what mine is cut down to. So we are going to glue this to this, and once again, you've got your lines on the back to be able to do your journaling. So I'm just putting glue on this. And I don't believe that I've cut this one down yet, so it looks pretty long. I guess I cut the Artymaze paper down. I had not cut the index card itself. So we're going to cut this off right there. We're going to distress this. And also, if you wanted to do something a little bit different here, you could round the corners. You could put an eyelet on this with some pretty ribbon. But you can see you've got your tag here. You can journal on this tag. So you have this little booklet lays flat enough that it could easily go into a journal pocket and just be really cute. So we're going to put that right in there like that. See already? Look at how cute this is. Then if we turn this over, we have a pocket here that we are going to use a piece of index card that measures. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the other side. This is a little bit bigger. This one is 3 by 2 1/4, and you've got your writing space. So I really, really like this. I'm pretty sure it's called William Morris collage paper. I didn't check before I put the camera on, but like I mentioned, I will put it in the description box for you to hop over and have a look. I am not even using, I don't even think really 20% of the papers. There's a lot of papers in this kit. And just really quick, to give you an example, you also get tags. There's a couple pages. I mean, look, just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And it cuts a lot of your collage time in half. And you can see, I mean, there's Tim Holtz, and you could put the Tim Holtz on top of that pattern, and it's really, really pretty. So you have lots of options. So we're distressing this. And this goes right in here. And it will. Sometimes we just need to stretch our paper out a little bit. But there she goes. And then we have this one here. And once again, that is also, it's the other half. And I can see I did not cut that down. But it is the other half of the index card. So I've got this piece here. We are going to glue on there. This is a great, I think, a great project to use up scraps. And it'll fit inside a journal. It doesn't even have to go into a journal. This would be really, really cute. Happy Mail also. You know, you're gluing. It takes a little bit of time, but other than that, you are good. So let's see. I'm going to have to distress that one last piece, and then we have to decorate this. But let's see how much of this we want to cut off. If you don't cut it off, this is what happens. And I didn't like that, so I am going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to eyeball it like that. And we'll see. Yeah. You know, I'm never even. I don't know what it is. I always veer off to the right, which is so bizarre to me. I don't understand it, but I can't cut straight. I know that about myself. Okay, just a little bit on the back, but you can see you've got plenty of little journal spots. And if you wanted to, you also could journal on your index cards, depending upon the color of your pages that you use. And what I mean by that is, this is your front. Of course, I wouldn't journal on that, but you could easily journal on any of this. But look at how cute this is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those die cuts that I mentioned, and I used a die cut here, and then I used a little label down here just to add a little something different. And I've got all my die cuts right here. So we're going to take our wet glue. We are done with our distress ink. We can put that away. And I've got this die cut here, and I colored it, and I tried to match up. It still shows up, especially with the label. Now, you don't have labels. You could take a piece of washi tape. You could leave it and not do anything, or you could take a piece of washi tape and come across here. I could use these little pieces of the Artymaze, that kit that I had used before. That would be really cute too. But I've got the labels, so I am going to go ahead and use the labels, maybe. Once again, here we go. Let's see. Doesn't take much for this to dry and create a clog. So just keep in mind, no die cuts, no problem. Get your stickers, get, fussy cut. Maybe you've got some Tim Holtz or some ephemera that you can put on here. Doesn't have to be Tim Holtz and does not have to be a die cut. So let me grab, I don't see my baby wipes close, so let's just get the excess glue off of here. And I don't want glue on my embossing. And then I have some Tracy Fox labels, and I'm wondering, I think I lost a couple. Let me grab them. I think I may have one here on the floor. Yep, I did. So let's see what would look good. That's really cute. It's got a little bit of white on it. I don't want to take the time to distress this, so I am just going to go ahead and get this on there. But you don't have any labels. Maybe you have washi, or maybe you have a piece of lace you want to put on here. Maybe you have just some cute tape or some stickers, or you could just leave it. So we've got that, and then if we open this up, I wanted a bright color on this blue, so I pulled this yellow, and we are just brightens it up and complements what's going on this side too, I thought. So we are going to glue this down. If you make these, you should tag me on Instagram so that I can see what you do. My Instagram link should be in the description box. I'm going to have to look and make sure that it is. I think it's under Someplace in Time, THYME, all one word. I'm pretty sure that that's my Instagram. So you should tag me so I can see what you make. I would love to see it. Okay, and then this also gets a label. And I've got, I'm not sure what label. I don't have that label. But I think that's cute. So maybe, this is not Tracy Fox. I can't remember where I got these. I like the color of them. So let's get this. And I like when I do this, I like to leave just a little bit of the stem showing at the bottom. It's the tiniest little bit of stem. And then on this one was kind of strange. And so I wanted to put a flower, but I didn't want a flower going that way. And so what I did is I ended up putting the stem down at the bottom and enough of the stem glued at the top where as you pull your tag in and out, it's not going to bother it. So that's what I did here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this stem. Put this up high. This one is a little bit wider than the one I used on mine. So that's better. And then, because there just seemed to be so much space, I went ahead, I had this blue Tracy label, and so I'm going to put that on there just so that it takes up a little bit of space and doesn't have so much of the blank. So I think that looks really cute. So there's that. There's the back, and then if we open this up, I have a label here, and I know I used a flower on a tag. Yes, this tag. So this label is so cute. I'm going to put it here. And like I said, you don't have labels, it's not a big deal. You could put a piece of lace, a piece of ribbon, a sticker. You could just leave it. But I think it just looks cute with a little something. And then this tag here, we're going to give it some personality with this die cut. A little wet glue. Don't know what we're doing this weekend. Can't believe how fast it comes. I think, let's put this right, I don't really care for all that white. So let's put this here. And if you do have die cuts and you don't have any distress glazes, if you have glossy accents, Tim Holtz glossy accents, that works. But you don't have to put any glaze or anything on this. You don't need to have that, so don't worry about it. But look at how cute that is. Then this one here, I have this large one, and we're going to put it, I think it's going to go towards the outside there, and then it's going to get a label. So let's go ahead and get our glue on here. And I know this project this week takes a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it. I think this is really cute, and I hope that you will make them. Think about it anyway. Get that on there like that. Really need my baby wipe. But I think this is doing the job, so. We're good. So cute. All right, then we want a label, and I've got one here with a little bit of green. I think I prefer this one. Yeah, let's use this one. And I don't want to cover up all of the leaves. I think they're so pretty. So this one is going to come down here, and we will not have any stem showing. But that's just how it goes. So let me put the cap on. You also could put a ribbon around this. That would be really, really cute. So just let your imagination guide you, because I think this project lends itself to much, much more than what I did here. So here we have it. There is this side here, and then we have this side here. Isn't that so cute? Just look at that. Really cute. So guys, that is it for this week's project, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you'll make them. Let's go ahead and give away. I am going to throw out last week's names and put in this week's names. And then we are going to draw. Remember when we made these? Really, really cute index cards. So let's give these a home, and hopefully I will hear from Vicki Jensen. Vicki Jensen, please get in touch with me, and these little cuties will be yours. I hope to hear from you. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay warm, and be well. Bye now.